Hello, hello, hello. Alright, hello everyone. I'm just gonna get straight into this and say I spent the whole day creating very beautiful photos for all of you and myself to look at from some of the live performances I've done recently. So I hope you all enjoy those. You can find those on Instagram, or if you're friends with me on Facebook, you can find them. Or you can just check out my channels and you'll see some of the top picks I picked personally in the profile picture from my music channel, my gaming channel, my personal channel, which is public, and my ASMR channel. Sorry guys, I just had to edit the title really fast. Streamlabs has that bad habit of resetting everything. I wanted to change the border of our stream to red, but I had to figure out how to do it without deleting my watermark image and the text at the bottom of the screen. I don't really want to mess up anything with the stream, so if we have to leave it black and white, that's fine, but if I can get it to be red, that would be ideal, because it's just kind of the main color of our channel. Hope you guys like this new artwork. I didn't plan on doing this right away, but I figured I'd give my ears a rest because, like I said, I was powering away doing those photo editing all day, so I could share those with all of you. But I'm just going to jump straight into this too and do this for you guys as well, because why not? Keep the momentum going, right? Just want to thank you all for your continued support in any way, shape, or form that you do support me. It does mean a lot to me. Now that doesn't always show, but It really does. There's a lot of good people out there. And you're a lot of those people, so... So just remember the rules as stated by Night Ranger. Be kind and respectful, and this can be watched on YouTube or Twitch. Alright, let's begin. I feel like the music's too loud. Funny, considering I turn my headphones on full blast every time I listen to music, but I don't want to blast your guys' eardrums out just because I do. It's like 80s horror movie music over here. Is there anything more cheerful we can play? Yes, there is something more cheerful we can play. You guys can find these tracks on my Facebook. If you want these versions of the tracks, you have to look them up on Facebook. Oh, I got the perfect thing. I don't know if we'll get copyright though, because it's not mine in any way, shape, or form. This is Adrian, so Adrian Productions, so. Yeah. I actually haven't heard this one yet. Hold on. How much did you drink? Drain Gang seems appropriate. Other than Joey Sturgis, Adrian is my favorite producer of anything rap and hip hop. Yeah, I'm not saying Joey Sturgis is rap and hip hop, but what I'm saying is those are my two favorite producers. Favorite guitarist is Thomas Eric. So. Let's see, favorite drummer. Used to be Thomas Lang, and then it switched over. I don't know. I was watching Drumeo for a while, so I need to get that out of my head first thing. But I'll get back to you guys later on that. Anybody who knows me and knows my relationship with music also knows that I mostly like instrumentals. But that's not to say that I don't love lyrics, because I've been listening to The Color Morale like crazy. And YouTube Music has just provided me with so much new music to listen to ever since I got it months back. So I've been very happy with YouTube Music. And there's another band, and I started listening to another album that they had. It's a single linked me to that album, and now I'm loving that, so I'm just finding one thing after another. And then if I don't, autoplay usually puts me to Asking Alexandria or Spada, or puts me to something else really good. Put me on I See Stars, Judith Rules, which I posted on my Facebook because that's one of the most inspiring songs ever. Just about doing what you love, you know, and never giving up, and just, you know, being at that high point in your life where you realize that the dream is the most important thing. And you just can't let it die. You can't let it die. You know? But that being said, they have not released an album in a while. But the message is still there, obviously. But life changes this for some. I had to make sure I specified that, because for some it really doesn't. But, you know. Okay, I'll probably switch over to one of my songs here. Now that we just listened to Adrian, let's switch back. Okay. I've tried it. I think I've organized all 13 of my self-titled albums. Pretty sure. This is just an instrumental. This is called Limitations. This is not the last thing I released, this is just the last thing I posted to my music channel on YouTube. I usually post more on Facebook. This is just a guitar instrumental, but most of what I do when I solo my work is guitar instrumentals, since I don't have 6 arms. And I like to do everything live on video, so if I do anything else, you usually just see album art. Because then I have to produce it in BandLabs or Mixcraft. OpenShot and Pixar, so. It's hard working with other people, but admittedly it is easier to produce music, higher quality music with other people, because it's easier to incorporate other instruments. Told you guys I like Thomas Eric. Why do you think I play so fast? Obsidian sword, sweet. Wow, this sword is powerful. Holy crap. Huh. This may be an upgrade from the Claymore. This might be the most powerful sword in the game. Oh no. Oh no. Now we're gonna play something from my first EP, Lake Fear. Which actually turned out pretty good. Problem is I can't skip around to the tracks because I just uploaded it as one whole thing. This is back when I, didn't have the enthusiasm to just separate the tracks. Here we go. This is still one of my favorite instrumentals. I just love mixing electronics. Keyboard, anything keyboard. What drums and guitar. Okay, now I'll go to the Painted World, which was my electronic project, which was done quite a ways back and retitled. There are 3 music videos for it. We should just start playing all of my music from now on during the streams, give my ears a break. I'm not saying that I won't listen to music on my own sometimes during the stream, but it would be nice to, listen. Since this is our channel, it would be better to incorporate my music into this channel. Since my music channel doesn't get a lot of attention, most of that attention is on Facebook when it comes to my music, so just watch out at the end of the music video for my drum solo. I much recommend listening to the non-music video version, and I think I made a second one without the drum solo because it was just so loud. I pause to see. This song is titled Valley of Thorns. I'm sorry, never said that. The title of the first song is We All Stand Together, and that's a music video. This is Valley of Thorns, which is a music video that me and my brother shot together at this lake. I don't know, it was my first time ever going there, and we went exploring in the woods and did a whole bunch of other stuff. I have my own unique style, of doing music videos where I always have to put everything in kind of like a negative, tone. Like I have to switch out all the colors, which makes it look really cool. The trees are usually purple and the water's yellow and the ground is like blue. I don't know. I just love it. I do it in all my music videos. Switch out the colors so it makes it unique. For those of you who have been following me for a really long time, you know that I had that project Little Red is Dead, and that was my first electronic project, my first serious one. And that went on for quite a while. But I'm glad I finally just do things under my name. Aside from my new project I just started recently, which may or may not be on hold right now. You guys will find out as soon as I post something or not. So. This obsidian sword is awesome. There are some versions of these songs that do have guitar, and some I never released. I mean, not publicly on a level where you can find them unless you're friends with me on Facebook. They're in the very early stages when I was doing this, and then I realized the guitar wasn't really helping, so I just left it out altogether. And I came back to the guitar, and 13 albums later, here we are. But I like how everything is tied to a memory. That's all I have is like photos and videos, like chronicling my entire life to remind me of things, any good thing that's ever happened. So I'm thankful for that. More than anything when it comes to technology. I just wish I could perform live at a venue. I haven't done that in too long. With COVID, it's just been all online. And I haven't even done that since I moved, so... Well, I have, but not on a level where it's anything serious. Just playing around mostly. So all I can really do is produce music, which... it's fine, but I would like to be able to play again for other people live at some point. If COVID ever goes away and I have the opportunity, because I'm sitting on all this music and I'm just dying to play it for people. I can only do half of my job. It's like I can produce my music, but most of the time I can't even play it. Because there's nowhere for me to play it, so. And it always helps when I have my little brother with me because he's the one who's the genius when it comes to the electronics, programming all that, even though he doesn't really like to do it all that much. You know, all the things he says all the things he fights are all the things he's the best at, you know. And I try and encourage that, but he wants to do more of what I do. And then I tell him, that's good and fine, but I mean, you got a lot of potential when it comes to, you know, programming electronic sounds and, you know, all that kind of stuff. You know, I do all of that, but mostly what I do is guitar, you know, and then I just add drums, I add electronics, make sure it's all pieced together, and then make album art, and then combine it all together with OpenShot Video Director, and I submit it either as one whole album or individual tracks. If anybody wants to know why I put decimals in between all the things in my songs, that's sort of like an inside joke for anyone who's been following me since I started this stuff, which has mostly been my, you know, support groups on Facebook. Because when I started doing the Brehndans albums, you know, I was always submitting everything to them. I mean, they were there from the very beginning, from the first album. Then they were there for the second album, and then in the second album, I remember, I think, no, it was the first album. There was a time where I did receive criticism for my work, but that was very short-lived because everybody was so nice, you know, and they still are. So nobody ever gives me any problems or any trouble or tells me I'm not good enough or anything like that. Everyone's very supportive. So, I mean, that's what's kept me going all this time, you know, is my motivation, you know, and the fact that nobody's ever even tried to bring me down because I guess they're just good people. I mean, what other conclusion can I draw? Well, I'm jumping around here. I'm jumping around the discography. Can't take it back so far. Alright, I'm gonna go down here. I don't know why I love this song so much. I just really do. It's called Home. You can find it on my channel. The singing isn't the best, but, you know, it's very emotional. Me and my brother did it together, so that's what matters. All my favorite songs are the ones that me and my little brother did together. Without a doubt. The kid's a faster learner than I am. This song is called Michael Miller's, for those of you who are ready for the Halloween season. 2.8 was the album called Friends, and that's what inspired the fourth album, which was Tribute to Friends, and that's what inspired the seventh album, which is Pure Living. And then that's what inspired the 11th album, which is Brothers, which is basically a compilation of the best work me and my brother did. That train is cutting off Michael Miller's. How dare it? All my brother's lyrics are so sad. Then again, everything we've ever done is emo, so just can't let go. Can't let go of the emo. This is just an extended version of Friends, the instrumental track. This album is about, well, 2.8 is about as indie as you can get. Or as indie as I could get, anyway. But all these electronic beats were produced by my little brother. And right now, he's still pretty young, so it's very impressive. And the guitar is very simple, but that's what makes it work so well with the electronics. That simple guitar is yours truly. Of course, you can't have one without the other. The song is called Tribute, which is basically just tribute to friends. I had to understand the guitar is a little disorienting, but that's intentional. My little brother actually did the guitar for the good half of this album, and then I sang. For me, for me, I have a trilogy. I said I had a trilogy because it was originally made as a trilogy album for Friday the 13th. Now the goal was to see if I could sync up my voice with a very disorienting guitar, and a lot of the time it worked and some of the times it didn't. But I'm still in love with it, so. Yeah, we're not gonna play that one. Now this one's called A Series of Unfortunate Events. The lyrics about this song are all about the same movie and book series by the name of Series of Unfortunate Events. It's about the unfortunate events that the Baudelaire children went through, the Baudelaire orphans, when they lost their parents in their home. Children. This is easily one of my favorites lyrically, vocally.
Parents were around, and the house burned down to the ground, and it's so sad. I cried all day, and I felt so much sympathy for them, and now
I'll admit.
the best.
Sometimes the recording wasn't the best. So it makes me out of tune with my own music. Imagine that. This is Clear Night. This is one of my oldest songs, if not the oldest song. And I recently figured out how to lower the pitch and lower the speed. And it just reinvented the whole thing for me. And I'm so happy about that. But the inspiration from Clear Night came from 90s nostalgia. Came from Goosebumps mostly, and Are You Afraid of the Dark? I'd like to do a full video of this on my music channel, but not really many people are subscribed to my music channel. I've got 5 times as many subscribers on this channel, so it's more likely people would listen to it on this channel, even though this isn't necessarily a music channel. Okay. So anyone who follows Hollywood Gothic, this could not have been made possible without Hollywood Gothic, so I call it Monster House Exorcism because it was part of the 5th album, which was Monster House. I also have another one with Hollywood Gothic, Dark Holiday, and then one of his songs was featured in a Halloween event. I did a VIP Halloween event at a place called Grant's Farm in St. Louis. I think it's Anheuser-Busch owned, so... Not Anheuser-Busch, you know, Budweiser. I think. Okay, just Google Grant's Farm if you're interested. Grant's Farm, St. Louis, Missouri. Sorry, it's kind of confusing after 13 plus albums, because it's not just 13 albums, there's several albums in between each one. Alright. Now this is from our album The Thinker, which was a separate project we did together, which is about as disorienting as it could possibly be. So you really gotta have like 50 different... you gotta have like a more than a one-track mind to understand this kind of music. But the music video was done by my little brother. It's really good. It's just a little spaceman floating around. And if anybody's seen my new music video, yeah, that one is my favorite, but I think a lot of people would probably be annoyed by it. who, you know, are general listeners and don't appreciate the humor behind it. Now it's perfectly in sync with everything going on in the music video. See, Brehndans 9 was dark, Brehndans 8 was sunrise, which was mostly, you know, progressive and math rock, so. Had some really good stuff here at the end. Hold on. I'm a very skilled guitarist. You just have to be in tune with following extremely fast guitar that's constantly changing. That's the way I would describe my music. It's extremely fast and it's constantly changing. And then here's the first Thinker album. Sounds like there's like 18 guitars. There were multiple guitars, but sounds like a lot more guitars than there actually were. I think I meant to call this album Illuminate, but I called it Yeah, it's Illuminate. Okay. Well, I'm not even going to say it then. I'm not wrong. This is from Brehndans 3, and if you look at the album art, it's a picture I took when we were heading across the bridge to actually pick up, or at least look for, a dog for my brother. And it's a picture of the St. Louis Arch, and I was going over the bridge, and it was just the perfect picture. Sometimes, every once in a while, I'll take the perfect picture, and it looks like a wallpaper, I swear. I'm not a professional photographer, at least not to my knowledge, so always get lucky. Yeah, but this song I actually did have a music video for. Probably still find it somewhere. It's called The Tears You Bottled Up. It's very 80s. Bottled up your tears could make an ocean. Please stop. You're hurting yourself. So subscribe to Brehndans Music if you want today. Take you to a better place. Just about every instrument, including harmonica. It sucks because nobody on YouTube knows about my music, but everybody on Facebook knows about my music because, I've known these people in real life my whole life, and they've just been supportive right from the beginning. And it helped to have those 3 support groups that I have, because, everything that was motivating me to do what I did for myself and them, made it so much easier for me to keep putting music out, knowing that they liked what I was doing, And that's what I'm saying, like, positive encouragement makes everything so much better. When you're trying to do something you love, and I got lucky with that. I've never had any negativity, maybe in the very beginning of what I was doing, but when I became confident, it seems like everybody else became confident in what I was doing. So I think confidence really shows. And people see that and they're like, well, guess I'm gonna be confident. It's like a pretty cool thing. One, two, 1, 2, 3, 4. You ready for the harmonica? I used to own a little green harmonica. A green plastic harmonica. It's gonna get a little bit loud though, so when the harmonica comes on. I got demons of my own, trying not to cry. I've got demons of my own. I've got demons of my own. I'm crying. I'm fighting. I said crying. I'm gonna be honest. It's fighting. I said crying, so I was wrong about my own lyrics. I'll admit it. But I mean, I have so many songs, so. And this was made quite a while ago, so I have a legitimate excuse as to why I don't even remember my own lyrics. So. If anybody wants to see my music video for Reality Check, that was posted before I moved to where I am now. That was when I realized I needed to get out of where I was and start over again. There was just too much abuse in my life. And don't pity me or feel sorry for me, but like a lot of abuse. And I never did anything wrong that wasn't a reaction, to that abuse. But I still, to this day, am a law-abiding citizen. And will always be a law-abiding citizen. Why do I even bring that up? Because that's what a reality check is, my friends. Accepting reality. And the reality is that I'm not a criminal and I never will be. So. It's a new world and a new place, and I can see for the first time that I will flourish in this world. Overcame so many challenges. Every time I get myself into a situation, it's always my fault. See, I blame myself. You know, I'm not saying that I never did anything wrong. I'm just saying a lot of times I blame myself for things that aren't my fault. The results of my actions weigh me down. Take a look into the rearview mirror. I'm you now. It's yourself. Things get complicated when you try to do anything important in life. Alright, I'll just in the end, you know you'll always have a friend. Back in the end, just to make sure you're okay. Yes, I see everything clearly. Just let us be, you and me. 1, 2, 3, watch one out of the sun. Right in the shade, feels really good. Vitamin D, just for me. On my knee, I pray. On my knee, I pray for a better day. Stand it. See, it's all me. Like, nobody ever tells me my music is bad. And so... But I always thought my music was bad until I started actually producing music under my own name, because I wasn't confident in my ability to play the guitar until 2019. So, beginning of 2019, I was pounding away, and I just consistently stuck with it every single day, all day. That's all I did. Like I said, I had my support group, so it was very easy for me to keep going, you know, and feel confident about what I was doing, especially when I knew I was finally playing the guitar right. And then I got several certificates from, you know, taking guitar lessons, and that was a testament to my motivation and my dedication to wanting to learn how to play the guitar properly and not just do it freestyle. So, and those are also available, I think, on my Instagram and my Facebook if you guys want to check out those certificates from instructors, real professional music professional players who actually have an education. I'm not saying I don't have an education, I'm just saying I don't have a legitimate education in music. Everything I've learned has mostly been on my own, aside from the lessons I've taken and what I've learned watching other people and listening to music. So I'm very good at learning by ear. So, in fact, that's also probably one of my downfalls when it comes to everything else other than music, is my ears. For some reason, I can't seem to deafen myself no matter how hard I try, but then I guess it really wouldn't help me with music if I was deaf, so I would have to feel the music. Which I guess is possible, you know, you can feel the vibrations, you know, and you can play the music in your head, you know, so... See, I know I'm not really playing much of the game because I'm so focused on trying to... Here, this is the Thinker Triangle of Unity single. You guys probably recognize it as a slight deviation or alteration. I tell you guys, I worked so hard. Before we listen to the rest of this song, it's short, but I worked so hard on the production of this album way harder on the production of this album than any other album, and then I never even listened to it. I still to this day haven't even listened to the album all the way through, other than when I was producing it with my little brother. That's it. But all the work I put into it and all the art and everything, it just seemed kind of silly, for me to just disregard it as much as I have. I don't know, maybe it's because it was produced solely in band labs that I wasn't too happy, because I like a more authentic sound that comes from playing real instruments. But in my current living, my current state of living, physically, it's hard for me to get away with playing music, so I have to produce everything on my phone, literally on my phone. And then whatever I can get away with from now and again, very quietly, I'll try. But that's about it. By the way, most of my music is available on YouTube Music. Thank you, Nightmare Greenland, and welcome to the stream. You helped produce this music. I was just talking about our discography, playing several of our songs throughout this entire stream. I was literally just talking about all of that, with an emphasis on your ability to create amazing electronic instrumentals. I don't know if you're still here, but what I said was he's really good at producing electronic instrumentals, and he tries to do, guitar and all of that, which is fine, but I just hate to see the potential go to waste. But, I can't tell you what you can or can't do. You can be good at everything. All you have to do is put the work in. I just wanted to say, though, more or less pay tribute to all the hard work and effort you put in to make the electronics sound as good as they do for some of these albums, because at your age, you're very talented to be able to do that, and you learn way quicker than I do, which is also something I mentioned. So. But anyway, I'm very thankful for everything we've been able to do. I really am. You know what? Let's go play. You know what? We're going to play some Nightmare Greenland. You know what? Let's do that for the stream. Night Ranger's about to hit 60 subscribers. But Ode to the Old Man. I don't know what the hell I'm talking about now. Alright. We're actually going to listen to... Hold on. Where is it? My favorite song. Oh, one of them. Going Away from the Haunting Medieval Castle.
From the castle, I kept my distance from the demons that are creeping up on me. I just walked away from the medieval times where I just want to rhyme and I just want to write down my sorrows in feathered ink. And it's so sad people aren't treated with the proper respect. I can't understand them. I keep my distance from the castle looking up on me. Raindrops, I see my
reflection.
reflection. Raindrops, I see my
reflection.
I keep my distance from the castle lurking up on me. I keep my distance from the castle lurking up on me. It's raining, it's pouring. Take the kettle in. As a matter of fact, we have a Cadillac brought from a time machine. Haha, just kidding, those things don't exist. Just appreciate the great things you have in your life, 'cause one day they're gonna be sold. And those material items may have memories.
I will say, my little brother writes the best lyrics and produces the best electronic music, like, or electronic sounds in general for music. And he has come a long way with guitar, like, fairly quickly. Like, if we went back and redid the 4th album, like, I can't imagine how much better it would be, but I like it as is. So I would just rather do an entirely new one, but we would have to wait until we're in person again in order to do that, because it's the only way we could do it right. Alright, well, raindrops, I see my reflection. You gotta play it. I don't even care how I'm playing it. Yeah. Don't get me started. Don't get me started. I'm just getting started.
They just said, shut the fuck up. I just said, I just gotta done seeing your face again. I don't know what I've been told over and over again. It's not over again. I've got to push forward each and every day, no matter the obstacle. 'Cause I don't want to break. Oh no, I don't want to fake. 'Cause I'm so real. Cause I'm too real. No, I don't want to break. No, I don't want to fake. 'Cause I'm too real. 'Cause I'm too real. Through the hate, I don't want to sound irate, but it doesn't even matter. I've had so many people already come up to me, slap me in the face. Okay. Okay. On any other day, I'd say I'd want to take the high road, but it's not that easy.
It's not that easy.
I don't know. I'm gonna I still got the anxiety flowing up in my veins.
Going up on the train.
Walking down the sidewalk, drowning in my thoughts, drowning in the pain. Oh no. I don't wanna break, I'm not fake. Fuck what you think, I'm just gonna think. I am so respectful, I'm irreplaceable. That's what makes it unique. I don't wanna break, I don't wanna fake. I said I don't wanna break, I don't wanna fake, cause I'm too real. I don't wanna break, I don't wanna fake, cause I'm too real. No, you don't understand me.
No.
And no, I don't.
Where's the spaced out instrument, or where's the instrumental? Every time one of my favorite songs is posted, it goes away. The Scentless Apprentice cover is freaking awesome. That one really blew my mind. I remember when I posted this song on my Facebook, and I actually downloaded it too. Oh, oh, God. I'm sorry, I can't stand TikTok. I think everybody knows that, considering I've never downloaded it, and I never will. I'll die before I download it. No, I'm just kidding. But I won't download it. That I'm not kidding about. What I think about my life, I don't know which one to play next, so I wish I had that. I don't know where the music video went. I swear, every time there's a favorite song, that favorite song just magically seems to disappear from the Nightmare Greenland YouTube channel. Wait, no, here it is, right? No, it's not isolated in space. It was the music video. I don't know why it keeps happening. I don't know, let me see. I'm gonna go back to my channel here. Let's see. See the Blue Devil. See, nobody knows what the inspiration behind the album themes I do are, but I always... The Blue Devil is a take... Well... Blue Devil is a take on Scream Queens because you got the Red Devil and you got the Green Meanie. I just made up the Blue Devil, so... Which I think is actually pretty clever. And the artwork, well, don't ask about the artwork. And the Blue Flame, yes, I did that Blue Flame. But it's a font, so... I also did the horns. I mean, technically I did the whole thing, but I'm just pointing out the little details that wouldn't normally be included with the original photo. I think my Wi-Fi connection is perfectly fine. But yes, our calls have been dropping, but that's only because... Yes, it is because of the Wi-Fi connection. But it's because I have to use my regular cell phone with the data to do the streams when we play The Sims, because... Oh, I lost my train of thought. Listening to the music. Oh. It's because usually we do video call, so... And video calling is easier over Wi-Fi because I'm not going to have all my data consumed by video call. So I use Wi-Fi. And if the stream disconnects while I'm streaming on my regular cell phone, the data will keep the stream going. Whereas if I was on Wi-Fi, then the stream would die. So. Oh yeah, Castlevania. I'm on part 21 now, and I have several hours more of this thrown about my channel. So. This is the most I have ever streamed in my entire life consistently, and I never thought it would be mobile games that would keep me coming back and doing this over and over and over again. Your gaming channel isn't trash, it's just unorganized because, you know the reason that it's unorganized. I have a very simple formula. I play Call of Duty, I play Castlevania, and I play Call of Duty, I play Castlevania, and I play The Sims. It's that simple. Those 3 games, and then over time, I find out ways to enhance the streams and, build upon what I already have. I don't usually deviate or try to play new games all that often because I like having a consistent schedule and a consistent way of doing things because it makes things easier, more organized, and I can just keep adding on to what I've already done. Yeah, you know what she told me? Okay, first off, she wants to take a trip to India, so that was interesting. I don't know why I bring that up. It really has no relevance to movie monsters, but yeah, she likes all the classic movies, like, the ones that are mainstream, just like she likes all the music that's mainstream, She's asking me about metal and all the subgenres and that, and then she was talking about the subgenres of rap, and I was like, I didn't even know there were subgenres of rap. She mentioned this book. I don't know where the stream's at as far as my voice is carrying, but I can read the stream chat. But Yeah, she mentioned this book to me, and I had absolutely no idea what she was talking about. I had never heard of it. And for some reason, I swear it does not matter who I am talking to, we always end up trying to talk over each other. And I swear, me and Natalie do it more than anybody. Short of my ex, who I just say Voldemort at this point. Anytime we refer to somebody that, you know, has caused us a lot of trouble in the past, we just say Voldemort, you know, because it's like you don't want to say, you know. I watched Nerd Explains' most recent video, and after that I had a very vivid nightmare, thanks to Nerd Explains. But luckily I like the guy, and he's hilarious, so I forgave him for it. But the point is that, you know, when you don't want to say someone's name, you just say Voldemort, because you just picture some serpent bald guy, and, you know, that image of that much worse person goes away. Honestly, I think the Blue Devil turned out to be the most consistent album as far as guitar goes. I don't think I messed up at all during the full 21 minutes and 27 seconds I played. It's just a great instrumental album. Thank you. It's just clean guitar all the way through. I just really love the album art. It's probably my favorite out of all the album art. I did do some lyrics in this album. That's right. Yes, I'm almost 100% sure it was last night where I told Natalie that, you know, because there was one instance where it was like a little over a week, you know, where she was kind of getting on my nerves, you know, and knowing that she's listening to this, would probably be talking anyway. But the point is that, you know, at that point in my life, I was very frustrated, and I just didn't want to hear it. And, you know, she reminds me a lot of Mom. And, you know, she already knows that I, you know, told her she was a lot like Mom, you know. And the way that she talks a lot, and then, you know, I wouldn't say bossy, though. But before I dig myself a deeper hole, let me just say there was like a week span period of time where I was like, well, I just need a little break to clear my thoughts, you know. And then when she came back, she had done all these wonderful things in the short time I was gone, which just proves that she doesn't need me at all because she's extremely talented and capable and far smarter than I am. And, you know, now I treasure her 10 times more than I did before, which is why I include her in all my stuff now, is because, you know, I appreciate that and I feel bad about leaving her out for like a week because, you know, I just wanted to shut out the world. But that was my mistake. Yeah. Take full responsibility, you know, when I should have just had a simple conversation with you about it, you know, instead of just, you know, throwing you to the wayside. Although you did get a lot of work done, you know. And I was very impressed. You know, she showed me what she had did. You know, she had filmed several things, and I was very impressed. You know, she's very good at that kind of stuff. She has a lot of artistic talent, but she doesn't do. It's weird talking to both of you at the same time because I'm talking about you. I'm talking about you while you're both here. But I don't know. She has a lot of artistic talents. We just don't have the same artistic talents, which is actually a good thing, you know. For instance, she can draw, and the only thing I can draw is faces. I can't draw anything else. I mean, I can recreate like scenes and stuff from movies from memory, but it's still nothing special. Yeah. Just everybody listen to Billie Eilish. Just go. Should probably actually start playing the game though. But well, I canceled my Game Pass subscription, but I would let you use my account if you wanted, because I'm not using it. Oh, just have to give you the information. If I give you my information, at least I know it'll go to good use. Should have another month, maybe a month and a half left in it. I finally caught up on Phil's content yesterday. 3 videos I had to watch in order to get the gist of what was going on. But I don't really want to talk about Phil right now on the stream, which is exactly why I brought him up, so I could contradict myself. Oh yeah, here we go. Enter Shikari vibes. Just a mist in the wind, just a mist in the wind. And here I go flying through the castle. Just went past the big red knight. Now there's a flower girl. You know this road is lonely, but you can finding yourself. Okay, well now I'm really freaking confused as to where to go. Because I can't go up because of the water. I think I need to go all the way down to the left, but in order to do that, I'm gonna have to take the long way. Oh crap, I don't want to do that. Should I go up and to the right? No, I'm gonna have to go down, straight down into hell. Don't forget who you are in this world. Wish I could turn into a cloud of mist so I can pass through it, get through it. And everything's magical again. I've walked the long road alone again. Then I wrote all my feelings down on paper. I forget how complex these are, rhythmically speaking. So sometimes I can sing along. I mean, obviously these are instrumentals, so everything I'm singing now is just improvised. It's not the actual lyrics. There was never any lyrics for this song. These were just instrumentals, so I'm just been improvising. So when there's a jump in the tune or the passage, you know, I have to scale back. Now that right there is some pretend and some of that other band, Los Lunas, I think. I don't know. Does that make any sense? What the heck that band is called? And I see everything coming way again. I know that I see yourself in me now. I never wanted anything else, but I know. Hold on. But yeah, like I was saying in the chat earlier, when nobody's telling me that my music is bad, and this has been going on for a very long time, where nobody's told me my music is bad. If everybody is supporting me, and nobody's telling me my music is bad, then in my mind I'm like, okay, well, it must be fine. But even if it's not, I'm going to keep doing it because I love it. But I've spent so much time living in the world where my music is good, you know, not only to me, but to other people, because nobody just ever says it's not. So living in that for so long has made it easy for me to continue making music and continue never giving up on it because, you know, I don't know the negative side to it like everybody else. I'm not saying everybody, but like some of these other independent artists do, you know. I got lucky there. That's all I can say is I got lucky. It's as simple as that. I'm confident in my ability to play, and I'm confident in my ability to produce music, but a lot of it has to do with the fact that everybody else is confident as well. So everybody feeds off of each other's confidence, and it seems to work very well. Well, that's the key word. What the? The reason my music is its own genre is because I basically took what all these other artists were doing, who basically nobody knew anything about or cared about, and combined everything they did into one thing, and then I ran with it, and I became successful, and that's about it. At least, like Natalie said, you know, at least in my head, I'm successful, you know, because nobody's ever told me I'm terrible at music, you know, and if somebody did, I would assume they probably haven't heard all of it, or I would probably find, you know, a reason to disregard what they say, you know, because I'm beyond the point to where they can tear me down, you know, in regards to my music. let's continue blowing the speakers out of my $1,000 phone. I got courtesy of this music. Oh, the irony. Oh God, I jumped right into that. Well, I can't do anything about next. Can't do anything about my spells or familiars. Need to use Dark Metamorphosis to get through this. Alright, skip this trap. Jump over. Slash skeleton. Jump down. Hit that. Yeah, it's a shame that so many talented people go undiscovered, you know, by the media and the bigger public eye, but, you know, all that stuff's paid for, so there's nothing you can really do about that. all that's paid for and controlled, so all the talented people fall to the wayside. And there's people that are 10 times more talented than me that deserve recognition and don't get it, so can't even imagine where I fall on that scale, you know, as far as, you know, the big public eye, you know. Yeah, well, water's one of those things I haven't been drinking enough of lately. But don't worry, I'll run out of soda soon. How for the lyrical version? What the heck? Where's the sound? Oh, there it is. Time to get Nightmare Greenland's Anthony Green voice going here. It's not working. Oh, hold on. Here we go. This is your Dance Gavin Dance voice, and that is the highest form of flattery because they're my favorite band of all time. I don't know, the color morale has been so good though lately. But they just remind me of Dance Gavin Dance, so between the color morale and the other band I can't think of off the top of my head. I have no idea what I'm doing next in terms of music. I gotta keep doing stuff like this moving forward. But I haven't really had time to think about that because me and Natalie have been so focused on all these streams. And I spent all that time doing that artwork today, you know, to share that with other people, so. So what's next for me in music? I have no idea. Probably more of this. But that's when I get around to it. Right now, my main focus is just this stream and my relationship, you know, and, you know, having Natalie help me with my meditation and pretty much anything else right now that I'm going through that I need help with. We've just been kind of back and forth, but I'd say I've been more on top of the world than ever. It's just, I have my moments still, like everyone. Yeah, believe me when I tell you she's there for me all the time. Most of the time, she tells me she just sits around, I don't know, doing a whole lot of nothing. You know. She's probably, I don't know if you feel insecure. She's one of those people where you know she's always going to be there for you no matter what, you know. Doesn't matter what she's doing, she'll stop and she's there. Meanwhile, I can't always give that back because I'm caught up in my own world, which I've had to live in. say since I was 18 now. I've been living in my own world, and thankfully she's been a part of that, so. Not always, but, you know. Where the hell am I supposed to go? Shit. Pardon my language. The only thing I'm insecure about is when it comes to my technology, you know, because I don't want to damage any of my technology. It's very important. Everything else I care about too, material-wise, but, you know, I've been there, done that, dumped it time and time again, so, you know, I believe as long as I conserve my technology, I'll be fine. Being that it is my main lifeline to any sort of social interaction or happiness or stimulation for the periods of time in which I meditate, and there are quite a few, so I mean, I've been led to believe that what I was doing was just living in my mind, but, you know, as Natalie puts it, in a realistic perspective, it's just meditation, you know, to help me break. As she puts it, she used the word disillusion. I would say that to an extent that's accurate, that I do have some sort of delusional behavior when it comes to my perception of reality, but that's because my perception of reality is that it's shit, so I gotta hide in my own world, you know, where it's peaceful, you know. Just because I suffered a life of abuse growing up, you know, and so I retreat to that same place I've always retreated to in my mind, you know, to get through the day. Doing anything I can when I come back to the physical world to help anybody I can and be the good person that I am in this world, you know. If that makes any sense at all. Sorry, when you're spiritual, you're spiritual. But I only know that because of other people, you know. I just thought I was doing my own thing, you know, but it's not. I'm not the only one who does, you know, meditation and things like that, as I've been told. So I'm not abnormal for creating my own world to escape to. And I don't think it's unhealthy because it's healthier than being tormented by things out of my control, you know. In this world, when I can control everything that goes on in my world, you know. You know, maybe that effect bleeds into this reality, you know, and the way I perceive things here, but, you know, I still recognize and associate with the norms, you know. And I'm only doing it, you know, to protect myself, and as long as it doesn't hurt anyone, and it never will, then I will continue doing it. I don't even think I can go back at this point. I'm so far in my brain, you know, that the only person that can talk any sense into me is my subconscious mind, you know, through my dreams. It's definitely nothing a counselor or a therapist is good for anymore. I've run that course time and time again, and the medications and all that, and none of that does anything for me. So the best way I've always handled things is handling things myself, and that's the only way you can do it. A psychiatric care facility isn't going to do anything for you except pump you full of drugs and tell you this and that and that and this, and it's all a bunch of bullshit and a bunch of lies. So it's all fake. It's all a con. Some people believe in that, and if they believe it, it works. And if they don't believe it, then it doesn't work. So, it's just like God. If you believe in God, then, your faith is strong, and you're motivated and confident, and all my life I believed in God. So, I still believe in God. It's just my faith isn't as strong as it used to be because I've lived in my own world, where in my world I'm God. Not in this physical world, in my spiritual world, in my head, I'm God because I have to be, or who else is going to maintain the order and balance, or else my mind falls apart, and that's all I've got is my mind and spirit. My physical body, it's healthy, but it's already gone, It's so far away from reality, and that's okay, because it's always going to be exactly where it needs to be to survive. And then, someday when I pass on, I'll go to a better place. I have no doubt about that, because I don't believe in hell. I don't believe in demons. I don't believe in ghosts. I don't believe in things like that. I believe, I can be Dracula anytime I want to, but that doesn't make me a demon or a ghost or anything else different than me believing I'm a shark and I'm swimming through the ocean, which I could easily do if I just sit here and I close my eyes and I picture myself as a shark swimming through the ocean, Sounds crazy, but it's not. God gave us the ability to build our own worlds inside of our minds using our imagination. If God didn't want us to have our own God powers, then He wouldn't give us our own God powers. But He made sure that we couldn't do it in the physical world. He made sure we could only do it with our minds, but we could also use that to build beautiful pictures and structures and artistic things, And so that's what we do. And anybody who goes to a 9-to-5 job, lives a somewhat stable life, and somebody who doesn't, somebody who, caters more towards the arts, tends to disassociate with reality, tends to isolate, things like that, and that's what we do because it's kind of people we are, and we're not used to the same kind of things everybody else is. It doesn't mean we can't do that, it just means that we don't do that, because we're used to our way of doing things. And when you spend enough time doing your own thing, there really is nothing else, and you can't get back to society because, that's not your society. And you try and explain it to a doctor, and they're just like, oh, yep, they're done listening to you before they're already writing the prescription before you even finish your first sentence. So, yeah, and then you got to deal with all these long-term side effects and everything that end up screwing you over more so, than helping you in the end, so. Which is why I've always been against mental health doctors, because I don't believe that they know anything of what they preach, because, I learned everything that they learned in like a week, and everything that they, preach and teach, and I watch, and I'm like, okay, that sounds legitimate. I believe you. You have a degree. But then again, I could learn the same exact thing they learned, and, 15% of the time, but because I don't have a degree, it should be the people that, have the mental illness, the proclaimed mental illness, if that even is such a thing, I believe in trauma. I don't know if I believe in mental illness anymore. I don't know. It seems kind of far-fetched. But, that's the way the state puts it, so that's the way the United States puts it. A state of united people that govern laws and create things, and then we say, okay, and then we watch the news and say, okay, and then we believe it, you know. 40 ice road truckers derail off track, okay? I believe it. It's on the news, so it must be true. But is it true? I don't know. I don't care. I don't live in your world. I mean, but how many people actually live in that world, you know, and aren't so caught up in their own head, you know? Everybody's like, oh, I need more friends. Oh, feel bad. Oh, my gosh, this and that on Facebook. And then you reach out to them, you're like, hey, I'll be your friend. And then they completely ignore you. It's because they're so caught up in their own world that they can't even recognize that you're extending a hand in friendship to that person, you know? So while everybody's reaching for that person, you know, at the same time, they're asking you for your friendship, but they're pushing it away at the same time because of their insecurities. And that's the world we live in. You know? It's the world we live in, and I don't like it. I find my world a lot more interesting, so. And there's no law that says I can't have my own thoughts, you know. There's no such thing as the thought police, you know, that's a fictional concept. And there's no such thing as the reality police, you know. That's a fictional concept, so. But it doesn't matter what I say, because, you know, I could talk in front of a group of 1 million people for 10 hours straight and say all the same things I just said on stream here right now, live on YouTube for the whole world to hear, and Twitch. And probably 5% of the people would say, okay, he's right. And then the other 95% would just go back to doing whatever they're doing, you know. Which is fine, because that's their reality. And I'm not the judgment of this world. God is the judge. Jesus Christ is the judgment of this world. I'm not the judgment of this world. I'm the judgment of my own world, the one I live in, you know. So, there you have it. And people like me, we just fall into the wayside anyways, you know. If anybody important ever hears us, then whew, something must have went right. But no, you know, everything is a repetitive cycle that just keeps going over and over and over again. And, you know, nobody can break it, so. And why should they, you know? They should keep doing the same thing every single day for the rest of their life, you know? That's what makes them happy. That's what I do. I'm at peace in my mind, you know. Physically, no. But spiritually, yes. And, you know, one day this body is going to die, and then I'm going to move on to a much better place spiritually, because I've already been prepared for that, you know. I've already lived in that world, you know, the world I'll go to long after I passed on from this one, so. But I'm not in any rush, you know. I don't mind the physical being that I don't mind this vessel at all. So I'll keep doing this, and I'll keep smiling and keep doing things for other people, you know, trying to help everyone as best I can, you know, without being, you know, too all about myself. So. And you got to think everything that you've ever learned in your life has come from somewhere else. So how you choose to mix and match everything comes all down to you, and how you perceive everything in your head So everybody can gather on one side, and then they can say, you know, what they feel something represents, and then everybody can gather on another side and say what they feel something represents, you know, because of the way they were raised to believe in that certain thing. But anyways, I think this is about going to do it for the stream, the rant, the music, everything for the night. I'm going to leave and I'm going to go back to my world. And then I will see you guys, and you take care. You have all my love and all my faith and all my hopes and dreams. I'll go out to all of you. So, and stay happy, stay healthy, and stay lively. And just keep being yourself and doing what it is you want to do and not what somebody else tells you have to do. Peace and love, and this is me signing off.